Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is April 12th. We had CPI information come out this morning at 8:30. We have a Fed speaker at 9 o'clock, another Fed speaker at 12, Treasury at 2 o'clock, and then we also have FOMC minutes, which is going to send the market in a panic. So let's see what happens, whether we run bullish or go bearish. We'll see with the charts overall. Let's jump into the charts. First stock we're going to talk about is Meta. Meta is still struggling with this 217 price point. Very key level. We spoke about it, I believe, in yesterday's video, and we haven't broken it yet. So that is very good, especially if you're looking for key levels. At 217 is definitely a key level where we rejected it multiple times. So definitely wait for that 217 break to get it either a big move to the upside or a big move to the downside, especially when you see a stock push up, struggle to break a resistance for a long period of time. That could be a bearish trend. So let's see what happens. Watch for the 217 break. If it does break, make sure it holds above it before we can start pushing up to 220 and higher. If we start to pull back, watch for a break and hold below 214, and we can start basically going down towards 209. Next stock we're going to talk about is Tesla. Looking at Tesla over here, this is the 180-day 4-hour. Tesla is basically, with the good CPI information, pushed up, and we're sitting right below that SMA. This could be a major rejection point. Like you guys know, the SMA can act as a support when the stock is above it, can act as a resistance when the stock is below it. So watch out for that. If we do break and hold above, let's say 191.30, we could start basically pushing up towards 194. Make sure you guys are aware of that. MACD is crossed up in a bullish position. We are holding above the EMA right now. So it's not even like if it's a new trend because of the CPI, you can see these candles holding above the EMA, and then look for that break of 191.30. Then we can start going to 194. To the downside, clean downside would be if we rejected this 189, you could look for a short position around like 186 down towards that 182. And then we could possibly go lower. Right now, the MACD is crossed up. RSI is in the middle with either or opportunity. Looking at the 20-day, 20 days a little bit more on the overbought side. So if we start to respect the 20-day, it doesn't mean that we can't go into the red, right? If we go into the red, we could still continue to go up. Let's say if it rejects this area over here, we could basically pull back down, right? So watch out for that too. That is also possible. If we jump over towards the 1 year, Tesla's 1 year, right, is sitting at 189. We're at 190 right now. So a little bit above the 1 year right now. So let's see what happens. Could be a possible false breakout like we had over here, and then it came back down. Or let's see what happens if we basically start to hold above the 1 year. Remember, the 1 year doesn't update itself until 9:30. Like right now, the candles are trading over here. 190 is the last price printed. So we're above right over here, right? So let's see what happens. We could start to, this could be a beginning of a reversal for Tesla long term. You guys can see we were basically bearish on Tesla, right? MACD crossed down, bearish. We were staying below the EMA. That is bearish, right? And we started to trend down, right? But now, see this long wick over here off of a previous support level. And then now we're starting to push up. So if we start to hold above this blue line, then that could be a bullish sign, and Tesla could possibly start pushing up towards 209. Or we could reject this level and come right back down to retest that 176. So let's see what happens with Tesla. Next, we're going to talk about SPY, right? This is the 1 year, 1 day. Each candle is 1 day of information. We've been talking about the SPY being bullish ever since the MACD crossed up, started to hold above that EMA line. RSI is getting closer to being overbought. This level has been a previous trouble area for the SPY before. You can see we went sideways before, and it seems like we're following that same trend, a sideways trend around these this 415 and this 407 pocket. So let's see what happens. Overall, we are still bullish, holding above that EMA. Want to see if we break above at least like we'll look at it on the smaller charts, but if we do start to break 407 to the downside, that is going to be a major trend change to the downside, and that's when the whole stock flips bearish, right? But right now, looking at the 180-day, you guys can see we pushed up our size a little bit more on the overbought side. It can continue to go in the red, so let's see what happens. Overall, you can see in the past, this area has been a resistance level for it. So watch for a break above 412, and then we could start going to 415 or 415, and then we could start going to 419 up here, right? To the downside, watch for the break of 410, then we can start going down to 407. 410 is the 180-day EMA. If we break that, obviously, that is a bearish trend, and that is a clean short position down towards 407. Nice pocket to fill on the downside. So that's going to be it. Hopefully, you guys have a green trading day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.